Joining me now is Republican Congressman from Texas and member of the House Armed Services Committee, my good friend Pat Fallon. Congressman Fallon, good to see you.
Grant, I love your show. The only thing is I have to stomach Yellen and Biden when I watch. It's tough.
Well, and I'm going to add one more in there, and it might be hard to even say this, but you got to stomach Mitch McConnell. He's a total coward, and he totally caved, Congressman Fallon.
Well, Grant, first of all, let's set the record straight here. Biden's master, Obama, and the rest of the socialists are lying to the American people, as you mentioned. They're sitting there saying that this is Republican debt. All right, so let's look at facts. Under President Trump, yes, the debt did increase. The deficits totaled just under $6 trillion in 4 years. Joe Biden is beating that. In the first 8 months of his presidency, if he gets his way, we'll have an additional $6.6 trillion. Obama, in 8 years, added $10 trillion to the debt, and George W. Bush added $2 trillion in 8 years. So this is not the Republican debt. It's by far the Democrats' debt.
So we could have had the Democrats own this, though. I don't understand why he would cave on this short-term increase when they could have used their reconciliation, blown that job right there. We win on this. Even President Trump is saying, why would Mitch McConnell cave?
The Democrats control all levers of government. They own it right now. They can't blame us. They try to. I mean, look at CNN. They're still blaming President Trump for all the ills of the country. The fact of the matter is they own the House with 222. They have a 9-seat majority. They own the Senate with Kamala Harris as tiebreaker, and they own the White House. And they are literally spending like drunken sailors and trying to blame everybody else but themselves. We had an opportunity here. We need to have this conversation about we need a balanced budget amendment. In 1997, in March, it failed by 1 vote in the Senate, and a lot of Democrats even back then voted for it. Can you imagine Democrats voting for a balanced budget amendment now? We wouldn't be having these silly discussions about burying people in debt in this country, and then runaway inflation. And because what inflation is, Grant, as you pointed out, it's a tax on all Americans on all items that we buy. Goods and services go up, we have less buying power, and that's not good for anyone.
No. Let me play you a soundbite from one of your Democrat counterparts. She is, I would say, a complete 180 from you, Congressman Pat Fallon, who's a good conservative. This one is a radical. I'm talking about Congressman Jay Powell. She said this about what she wants out of this spending package.
For us, the most important thing for the Progressive Caucus is we identified 5 key priorities for the caucus. It includes the care economy, includes housing, includes immigration, includes health care, particularly expanding Medicare, and it includes climate change.
All of those things, what they want would be a massive socialist agenda hidden in those little terms, Congressman.
Yeah, what COVID did, unfortunately, is not only ravage our economy and obviously kill hundreds of thousands of Americans, but it also gave the socialists, they're on the march because they've used COVID as an excuse to, again, address, Grant, we had the COVID relief package we voted on several months ago, 1.9 trillion, 1,900 billions, and 91% of that didn't go to anything having to do with COVID relief at all. That's why, and let's be honest, they are not socialists. If they accept that label, we're dealing with communists here. They're going to destroy the greatest country history's ever known. We're going the way of Venezuela. We must stop them. We must stand up. And I want to thank you so much for having folks on that will tell the truth. And you are on the mountaintop with the megaphone. And you are a patriot, Grant Stinchfield. Thank you, brother.
Congressman Pat Fallon, as always, I appreciate it. And I told you I'll stand on top of that mountaintop with you any day of the week. Thank you, sir, for coming on.
God bless you, Grant. Take care.